looks like we're about to work over there as well. That is awesome. Okay, so we're working well now over, sort of working over there. I've got no picture. Hang on, here comes the picture. Good. I've got picture over on YouTube. I've got picture on Facebook. And I now have picture on Instagram, I believe. So let me separate everything so I can see comments for everybody. So put that over there so I can see the comments. Throw that down there. So please feel free to say hi as you join in so I can say hi back. And yeah, just while we're waiting. Yes, it looks like we are live here. Well, okay, so I'm just going to give all the platforms a couple of minutes to actually, oh, pardon me, while I get TikTok set up, I'm going to give the other platforms an opportunity to actually send their notifications out and do what they need to do to get people watching. So as I set TikTok up, let me give you a moment. Yeah, just as you're joining, tell me what you're celebrating this week. We all have wins. So let's see, 8. Then tonight I will be talking about some of the many hats that we as entrepreneurs use, often find ourselves wearing. 8 hats, 8 entrepreneur hats. Let's see. So that's done over here, and I'm going to hit the button for go live on TikTok as well. So it looks like we should be live everywhere now. Yes, it looks like everybody should be watching now. We might even start a couple of minutes early, but as you're joining in, please say hi. It doesn't matter what platform you're on, please say hi. I will come back and let people and have a chat and see what I can, and try and answer any comments in the comments. So let's got to expand the comments over here so I can actually see people commenting. So okay, so as per usual, we are live on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok and YouTube over on the other side. So just while we're waiting till the 6 o'clock, just let me know where you're watching from. Say hi. Let's take a couple of minutes to celebrate a win. What's a win for me this week? I guess a win for me is I've got all the tech working tonight. I didn't have it all working last week. Those who watched on TikTok last week would have seen I managed to accidentally turn a red filter on somewhere. I found the red filter and I've turned it off, so that's a bit of a win for me. I got rid of the red filter. But in the meantime, say hi so we can say hi to each other. I've got a couple of people already over here on TikTok. There's so many of you there I can't actually keep up with you guys. Wow, hello everyone. So basically, if you're new to me, my name is Amanda Sutherland. I'm an entertainer and I'm an entrepreneur, and I love helping other female entrepreneurs just work it out and get things working. So tonight I'm going to talk a little bit about the many hats that we as entrepreneurs actually find ourselves wearing. So that's about to get, I'm going to get hit start on my script and let's get going. So, because I actually have a little script to work with now to keep me on track, because I have been known to get a little off track, so I've started using scripts to keep myself on track. So here we go. So hey everyone, welcome to today's live stream. We are taking a look at 8 crucial aspects of entrepreneurship. Try saying that one fast a few times. As entrepreneurs, we do wear many hats and we become versatile in very, very many areas. So let's explore some of why this is crucial and how you can actually enhance all of those skills effectively. So one of the things that, if you've been following me for a little while, you will know that I absolutely love marketing and design, and I love playing with colour. Hence my upcoming colour masterclass, which is a free masterclass. And if you want the details, please just drop colour in the comments, and either myself or my gorgeous VA, who's just joined me over here on Facebook, hey Rika, will drop the link in for us. Just let us know, and we will get the details to you. So let's start with the first of the 8 hats we're going to talk about tonight, being marketing and design. You know, that's the being able to create eye-catching graphics, craft compelling messages, and strategize how to reach your audience is effectively key. As an entrepreneur, your branding and marketing efforts are essential for establishing a strong presence in your industry. Consistency in branding helps you build your recognition and trust among your audience. Hey Marcel, trust and utilizing tools like for designing graphics like, well, let me try that again. This is why I have to have a script now, because I get distracted saying hello to everybody. So consistency in branding helps build recognition and trust among audiences. Utilizing tools like Canva for designing graphics and MailerLite for your email marketing to streamline your efforts, it's not just about the visual appeal, it's about conveying your brand's story and values through every piece of content you create. So sharing examples of successful campaigns or branding transformations you've observed or even been part of. Emphasize the importance of understanding who your audience is. So when you're doing your marketing, you really need to understand who you're talking to. And more often than not, you will be talking to yourself, but it's really important that you understand who your target audience is and that you craft your messages that resonate with what their needs and preferences are, because we want to help people, and that's what most of us have joined. That's what most of us have joined and become a entrepreneur for. We found a need and we want to help somebody meet that need. So making sure you understand those needs and who they are is essential in the marketing area. So let's have a look now at the customer service area. That's the second hat we're going to look at tonight. So customer service is handling your inquiries, resolving issues as promptly as you are able. Ensuring customer satisfaction is a vital aspect of running a successful business. And as an entrepreneur, your personal touch is going to get you give your people more of a heart feel. It's going to set you apart from your larger competitors. And sometimes if it gets too much, you can implement customer service systems using tools like Zendesk or Calendly that help you manage inquiries efficiently and help you provide timely responses. So personalizing your interactions with clients shows you that you value their business and fosters strong relationships, because after all, these days, business is about relationships. So one of the ways you can do that is to share anecdotes of how exemplary customer service has turned your clients into loyal advocates for your business. Highlight the importance of building trust and loyalty through the positive experiences they've had. Let your audience know the role of empathy that you have in terms of your customer understanding and interactions. And it just overall, it really is key to building your relationships with your customers. So that brings us now to our third hat tonight. Like I said, we got a lot of hats to get through tonight. Financial management. Now, this is something that a lot of business owners do struggle with. I know I've struggled with it. I know plenty of people who've struggled with it. And it just goes with the course of being. Just goes with the being of everything. So understanding your business finances is actually rather crucial for making informed decisions and ensuring long-term sustainability. Right from budgeting to forecasting, effective financial management allows you to allocate resources wisely and plan for future growth. Utilizing accounting software like QuickBooks, MyOp, Xero, whatever it is, something like that, to track your expenses and income systematically. Setting monthly financial goals helps you stay on track and adjust your strategies as needed. And it actually does help you to understand what you need and gives you something to work to. If you've got a goal and a budget, it actually gives you something to work to. So some of the pitfalls that people come across are cash flow management, and that's actually a really, really big one. That I actually struggled with that one a lot when I had my drama school, because we could only invoice people once every 3 months. So that makes it really hard to manage your cash flow. So I did learn some lessons through that, for managing my cash flow because you had limited income. Budgeting challenges, it's just a matter of knowing what your expenses are so that you don't overexpend. It's actually quite basic, and spreadsheets are a great tool to use when you're looking at your budgeting challenges. So by mastering financial management, you gain confidence in your business's financial health, and it allows you to make decisions that will allow you to be informed, be clear, and you won't have that worry, or you won't make them out of fear. You'll actually make them in a state of being informed and being ready to go, sort of thing. You don't really want to be making those kind of decisions in an overly stressed out state, which if you're not managing your finances, you do get to. Trust me, I've been there. And you just want to get to a point where you actually can make structured decisions. So that's really that's another important aspect of being an entrepreneur. This next one is something that we all struggle with, both as a human being and as entrepreneurs, and that is time management. So our fourth hat for tonight's live is time management. It really is something that we all struggle with. It's actually, when we get it right, it's our most effective and most valuable asset. Effective time management allows us to prioritize tasks, minimize distractions, maximize productivity. Techniques like the Pomodoro technique, where you work in focused intervals with short breaks in between. This is actually a technique I use all the time. I work for 50 minutes at a time and then take 10-minute break. But I find for me that helps me keep my focus throughout the day, helps me get through and achieve things during the day. Other things like Trello and Asana can help you organize your tasks into deadlines and ensuring that nothing falls through the cracks. So why don't you share your personal productivity hacks or routines that have helped you stay on track, help you focus in the middle of a busy schedule. We all have busy schedules. So it's really important for ourselves and for our mindsets to really keep a track of what we're doing, and part of that is having a goal. And another part, which you would have heard me say many times, is when you have a goal and you have that little win towards that goal, make sure you celebrate it, because every little win on the way to achieving the major goal, that's a step towards that. And if you don't celebrate every little step, it is easy to become disheartened. And then you find your time management goes out of control, then you don't meet your goals. So you can see how time management does actually make things work better in the long term. Sorry, I'm a little off in terms of my voice today because I've been struggling with my asthma again. So let's go to number 5, which is 5 networking. Our 5 hats. 5th hat is networking. So building relationships with other entrepreneurs in your industry is absolutely invaluable for expanding your business network. It opens doors to new opportunities. It's far from exchanging business cards. It's also about forming genuine connections and fostering mutually beneficial relationships. Attend networking events, both online and offline. Meet like-minded professionals and share insights with them. Utilize platforms like LinkedIn to stay connected with potential collaborators and mentors who can offer support and share guidance. And it's just really cool to have someone that you can share, go to bat with, that you can really spend that time with. If you're having a rough day, it's really cool to have someone who understands your industry like you do, understands the pressure of being an entrepreneur, understands it. And it's just really cool that you've got that network of support around you, because we don't have to stand alone, because that's one of the worst things we can do as an entrepreneur, is think we have to do it alone. We're not alone. We just have to be secure enough in ourselves to let people stand by us, let people support us. So networking gives you the opportunity to find people who are in a similar line of business for you. So it's really, really important to do the networking part, because then you're not alone. You've got someone you can talk to, someone outside of your business who understands the industry, who, if you're having a problem, they might just be able to see something with fresh eyes that you can't see because you're too close. And that's something that we all get. So let's move on now to the sixth hat we're going to talk about tonight. So we've got we've got 8 hats all up, so I'm nearly done. So we've got 6 hats. Tonight's sixth hat is innovation and adaptability. This is a word I'm going to get stuck with, sorry. Innovation and adaptability. And what I'm talking about here is the ability to innovate and adapt to changing market conditions in today's competitive business landscape. Entrepreneurship requires a willingness to embrace new ideas and technologies to meet consumer demands, staying updated with industry trends and consumer preferences to identify opportunities for things like new services, new products. If you're not willing to keep your mind open to what's happening around you, you can't change, you can't adapt, and you do run the risk of being pushed out of the industry because you're not keeping up with what's happening in the industry. So you do need to be aware of what's happening so that you can adapt to it. One of the biggest things that businesses challenges businesses are facing at the moment is AI. AI is a massive thing at the moment. It's coming in whether we like it or not, and there's lots of people who don't like it and don't trust it, and I totally understand that and I get it. But we can choose to either hate it and ignore it and hope it goes away, or we can choose to look at it as an opportunity to improve our efficiencies, if we use it like a tool rather than it replacing us, which is what a lot of people are concerned about. Rather than the fear of it replacing us, if we use it as a tool, we can control how it comes out in the end. So I love using my AIs as tools. So I've got somebody here whose name is Dot. I love your content. I love that too. I love that you support me so well. So thank you very much. So it's really one of those things, like AI to me is one of those opportunities that we have in business right now. Is we're at the forefront of the industry, AI industry. It's just starting to get, hey Lucia, it's just starting to get going. So it's something that we, right now, in the history of humankind, have the opportunity to decide how it's going to be used and how it integrates into society. And it's better, I feel like, it's to be part of, we're better off being part of it and helping to shape the way we want it to work than to let it be shaped and then presented to us in a way that we have no choice over. So I'm choosing to pivot from having to do everything myself to asking and utilizing the tools that are available. And sometimes it's as simple as that. It is absolutely as simple as that sometimes. Being willing to and open to try new ideas. So let's keep going before I go off on the AI rant. So that's part of the experimenting with. It does, Lucia. It does give AI with heart gives us choices. It certainly does. It's not going to replace us unless we let it. So right now we're still at the evolving stage with it, and we do have the opportunity to make it our tool and not the other way around. So yeah, it's one of those things that we all got to look at. And I do think AI is here to stay, whether we want it to or not. So I feel like we're better off learning how to utilize it and adapt it to us. So yeah, that's my little piece on that. But it doesn't have to be adapting to AI. Just being willing to pivot. If your customer base changes all of a sudden, if you don't adapt to that, you will lose your customers. So you really do. It is about the ability to be open to the idea of change and adapting to that change to help you and your business. So, with that said, let's move on to the 7th of our 8 hats. So just give it a moment. So we've got resilience and persistence. So as we know, it's being an entrepreneur, it's not easy. It's actually harder than working a job. It is so hard because you often think you have to do things alone. You've got expectations of why haven't you succeeded yet? Why haven't you done this? Or you've got massive learning curves to go. We all do. Anybody who wants to be an entrepreneur, then they obviously like to work because it's hard work. It's not going to be easy. I'm not going to lie to you. It will not be easy. There are parts you're going to love, parts you're going to hate. But that said, it does come with its challenges and setbacks. We need to build resilience and persistence so that we have the strength to overcome our obstacles and staying motivated on the journey. For example, a few years ago, a gin distillery not far from me, they just before Christmas, their busiest season, their entire gin distillery burnt down. That was like 5 years ago. They have managed to pivot, adapt, build the resilience they needed to not only get the business back up and running again, but to get it to a point where it's now winning tourism awards, it's winning travel awards, it's winning industry awards, it's winning all sorts of awards. So having that resilience and persistence is essential. And every time you have a failure, it's an opportunity to learn and grow. And we spoke earlier about networking, and part of that is surrounding yourself with a support network of mentors and peers who can provide guidance and encouragement during tough times. So yeah, you're going to need it. So don't be afraid to say, I need help. I'm just going to leave that one sit for a moment. It is okay to ask for help. It doesn't matter what you're asking for help in, whether it be personal issues or your business life. It is okay to ask for help. So it really is important to have perseverance and tenacity in achieving long-term goals, and that's why we do this. I love doing these lives on a Friday night where we take a moment and we say, hey, look, we need to celebrate our wins. That's why you hear me say it over and over again. Celebrate the little wins along the way. It may be as simple as winning one customer, or a friend of mine has just sold his first book. So it's just a matter of selling the little wins on the way, because every little win gets us a step closer to that big goal that we want to achieve. And for some people, that goal might be financial freedom. Other people, it might just be helping people. You need to understand what that goal is so that you can work out the little steps towards it. So and don't forget to take time out for yourself, because if you don't, you will burn out. And that brings us now to our final hat 8 for the night. Just give me a moment. I just want to give it a moment to catch up. It's continuous learning. For an entrepreneur, learning never stops. It's continuous learning, and that's not necessarily going to college or going to do a TAFE course or going to do a business school or what. It's not necessarily that. That can be part of it, but it doesn't have to be. Continuous learning can also be as simple as reading an article and going, oh, that's a great idea. What happens if I implement that? Or hearing something and tweaking something and giving it a go. Continuous learning can be about experimentation and trying different things. So you don't have to necessarily go to workshops. You don't necessarily have to go to school for continuous learning. It takes many levels. It can be reading a book, listening to a podcast. Continuous learning is about being open to the new ideas, to help you stay ahead of the trends, help you acquire new skills. And overall, if you're continuously open to learning new ideas, you're going to be able to implement the adjust hat or the twist and turn type hats. It's going to allow you to build a stronger connection to your customer base. It's going to help you to understand things. It helps you to grow personally. And all you really got to do is stay curious. Because when we stay curious, we ask questions, and when we ask questions, we learn new things. So it's really important to expand our knowledge, and it might mean going to courses, it might mean going to workshops, it might mean reading publications, it might mean talking to people, talking to mentors. You really don't know where you're going to learn from. So being open at all times to learning new little things. Even a failure is an opportunity for continual learning, because as we've already said, there are ways, if you get past the mindset of, oh, I've just failed, and then step back from that, all you need to do then step out. Once you get past the emotional discomfort of the failure, because we all get that, there's no denying that, but if you start looking for what went wrong or what can you learn, it gives you an opportunity to grow. And the same thing applies here with continuous learning. It's looking for those opportunities or those little golden nuggets that allow you to make something else click. Because somebody might just say the same thing that you've heard a million times, but they might just say it in a way that clicks for you. It makes everything click. So it's always being open to listen. So there's different things like industry regulations, technological advancements that will impact your business operations. And by being open to that continuous learning, you position yourself as someone who is proactive and adapted, who is committed to ongoing growth and development. There are many, many resources you can learn from podcasts. I'm a member of many Facebook groups, because you can have conversations in there, and that networking aspect can give you the opportunity to learn. So it really is one of those things. It's something you do. It's something important to do as an entrepreneur, is keep that open mindset. So we're coming to a close now. So throughout today's session, we've explored we've explored a diverse skill set that is required for entrepreneurship. Hopefully I've given you some actionable tips to enhance some of these skills. Hopefully you will take away something that you learned. I would love for you to comment, pop in the comments something that you learned, what your biggest takeaway is, something that maybe there's a little gold nugget for you. I would love for you to pop that in the comments. In the meantime, when you're watching the replay, feel free to pop your questions in there, and I'll come back and answer them at a later point for you. Just remember that success as an entrepreneur is not just about what you know, but how you apply that knowledge in everyday business practices. So thank you all for joining me, and I'll look forward to seeing you all next Friday night for another live. That'll probably be my last one before I have my surgery, but we'll see you then, and I'll see you all then. Bye for now.